that I just got in the mail a macro lens that I wanted to try and also a tripod selfie stick because my other tripod selfie sticks broke, like the leg broke. And those two sort of items, macro clip for my phone and also a tripod selfie stick, are both things that I keep with me like all the time. So over the years, I've seen many different products kind of come and go on the market and found some things that worked and some things that didn't work. And so I figured I may as well, we can check this out together. Okay, so I have, hey guys, welcome back. Good to have you here. Thanks for the heart bomb. Okay, so I'm going to open this package. And I think this one is the macro lens. And so here it is. This is, and I will share the link for this. This one is, so also one of my goals when I do get these things is find one that looks good based on my knowledge of ones that have worked and ones that have not worked in the past. And then also that's not too expensive. And on the last broadcast, I was talking about how um, I found one macro clip that is kind of like this one, but different that I've like has been my go-to. I bought it like 18 times over the years for myself and also for friends. And like my colleagues at work, for example, I got them for them as little gifts. And um, the price of that has gone up over the years from like $20. I think it even started off at like $12 when I first found it, all the way up to $45, and they rebranded it too. But so I'm just curious, about how it's looking out there because I know that they can be inexpensively made, but still very effective. One challenge, Donna, hello. One challenge that I've found with the macro lenses is fitting onto the phones as the phones change and evolve. I last had an iPhone XS and I recently got the iPhone 13. And this is my first time getting a Max phone because I was like, oh, I use it enough for media and um, doing broadcasts and things. Maybe I'm curious to try the larger size to see if that helps me with like drawing things and typing things on the screen and all those sorts of things. Whoops, my earbud fell. So far, I'm not sure that I love having the larger size phone because I also portability and weight is important to me when I'm going out in the field as an entomologist. I have a lot of gear already for the bug stuff and then add on to that like some camera equipment and recording media stuff and it weighs down. So anyway, you're still on your iPhone 6S. Wow, Donna, power to you. That's what I had back in the day, I guess, before my 10X. And it's funny because for some reason with each iteration of the iPhone, like I love that they're waterproof now. That's so huge for me. I've definitely dropped mine before. I dropped my iPhone 10 X in the toilet once and it survived. I just washed it off afterward and it was good to go. Never a problem again. For example. And so yeah, it works. I do appreciate that more modern feature. What I do like about the older phones is how there's less processing, post-processing that happens in the camera after you take the picture. Like with every time I've gotten a new iPhone, I've been like, "Oh my gosh, like this camera is horrible," because they instead of letting it be a little grainy, like they use the software to process the image, post-process the image, which really frustrates me. I know it was gross, but luckily the toilet wasn't that gross of a toilet at the time when it fell in. Um, Hi, David, over on YouTube. Yeah, and also sometimes, yeah, going back to, I'm like backtracking to what you said about, oh, I thought you would lose them because they're small. I do sometimes lose them because they're small and they're black and dark, and it's just easy, very easy to lose track of them. But I also sometimes will find them again. Next time I find my favorite one that I own, I don't know where it is right now. I'm definitely gonna like paint it neon yellow or something like that, or neon pink, so that I can hopefully never lose it again. Ever! Okay. Have I tried third-party apps for taking pics? Yes, I recently did get this one app called Procam, which is right here. I just opened it up, and this was actually crucial when it came to adjusting to using the iPhone 13 Max because I wasn't used to all the switching that this camera does when I'm trying to take a picture, especially when I put a clip on it. Like I was having so much trouble with knowing where um like knowing how to put the clip on because the camera would just like switch to a different one of the lenses. So getting one of these apps was really important because they let you pick which lens this is looking through. Actually, right now it's not really working, I think. Let me see. Oh, here. Yeah, so now it's working. Hello, everybody. So this works pretty well. That's good. That was crucial. One thing that I have been scared and haven't tested out yet is what happens when I do what camera is used when I this is something I need to ask the HAPS team. Yes, I see you, everybody. Whee! Um, I need to ask if they know what happens with the camera when I'm doing a HAPS broadcast. Like, I don't know if I have control over which lens the phone uses. And so I'll just need to do like a testing 1, 2, 3 broadcast sometime to see what happens when I'm live broadcasting with my phone and trying to use a macro lens. Yeah, David's mentioning don't newer iPhones have the option to shoot RAW files? Then you can process how you like. Yes, I do like that feature a lot. Um, yes, it's good. I'm mostly thinking when it comes to these things of how it looks. I don't know. Yeah, it's something I have to navigate, I suppose, as well, and explore a little bit more. I think I might leave it at that because I feel like I'd set it to RAW and then like forget that it's on RAW and then use up all my space on my phone. But also sometimes if I am trying to get a photo in RAW, like I have my DSLR camera that I'll use instead of my phone. But at the same time, you don't always have that phone on your nicer camera on you. And so I think, yeah, so actually on here, it does have the RAW option, which is very, very helpful. If I was using the native photo app on here, um, there's no option right on here to use the regular built-in one. There's no option on here to switch it to RAW. I have to go all the way into settings to change it. So that's actually another great reason to get an app that's not the main one that comes on your iPhone if you're trying to shoot macro and such. I have two of these sort of apps. The Procam is one of them, and I just like reorganized my phone apps so I don't. I must have put the other one somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Um, but there are several good options out there. Topic for a future video. Wait, which one's the topic for a future video? Oh, so Frank is saying I have the Halide app. Oh, cool. Not familiar with that one. Oh, Pro Camera. There it is. The other one that I have is called Pro Camera. So the one is Pro Cam and the other one is Pro Camera. um, and I'm not like thoroughly versed in them enough to really say the pros and cons there, but I just know that there's more than one option out there um, that are solid. Um, solid cameras, phone camera controllers that give you more options than just the regular one that comes on your phone. You forgot. Cheers. We both forgot the future topic idea. But if you remember, let me know. All right, let's open this though, and we can see how this one does. So, so this one this clip-on works actually pretty well. I will take the beetle that I was going to use for the earlier broadcast and take a picture of it using this clip. Oh yeah, so it just happened where I like went to go. This is what happens on the regular phone app. I have it out. I have the macro clip on, and then I go to zoom in and take a picture. It's not even doing it right now. Weird. When I was putting it over the bug, the phone's It switched to macro mode and I can't even show you guys what's happening. Oh, there, it's working now. It's working now, that's good. That worked pretty well. It's not going to come across like the best to you guys on that side of the screen, unfortunately, because I'm showing you a screen, not direct. But it looks pretty decent to me. I think one change that I would make when I go to take a photo with this in the future, and I did this with my other macro clips, is like zoom in a little bit because the edges usually get some warping. So let me try doing that and see what happens. Also, how close can I get? Yeah, it is a little bit dark. Let me see if I can get some more light on my subject as well. Light's very important for macro photography. And this isn't really the easiest subject to shoot right now because it's shiny. Shiny things add a lot more of a challenge. But I don't know, it came out pretty well. There is, yeah, blurring on the bottom and the top, but it looks even more blurry on the screen. But I think that's probably just the way that my computer camera is. But yeah, I'm like pretty happy with that. I would use this for doing a broadcast. It's been winter, so I haven't had many live things to share. I'm taking a video now, and that's also looking pretty good. Cool. It's also not switching on me, so that's good. Okay, let's try out this new one then. I'm dropping the link in the chat of the one that I'm about to test. And so what I do look for when I go to get a macro lens is it's not too expensive. One, for myself, because I don't have the largest budget, and then two, because I want to have a lens that I can recommend to other people who are not like who might get it even if they're not like I want it to be very accessible and affordable to other people, for people who are just curious and, oh, it's not that big of a deal to go, it's $20 or something like that. And in this case, this one that I'm about to test out and unbox is only, it was only $10, which was actually surprising to me. And so I'm wondering if it's like either like not that great, or it is a hidden kind of gem right now, or if they're like waxing out of this page, or they never had a lot to start with, and because people will tend to choose and products on Amazon, for example, that have like already have like hundreds of ratings because that helps you feel more comfortable about getting the product. Maybe that also is coming into play here too. So it's definitely on the cheaper side. But the way that it looked reminded me of the way that the lenses that it reminded me of the lenses that I have found to work. So I wanted to give it a go. Question, do you have a focal range with that lens or only one spot in focus? Oh, so are you asking like if I can tap at different points, if it'll adjust and like be able to change, or if it relies on me moving the phone closer or farther away? Is that the question? I just put the link in the chat here on haps.co/EasyBetaBug for this broadcast. I just put the link to the product that I'm about to open up. Okay. I'm going to test it out right now just so I can let you know offhand, but I think that I did have some flexibility when it came to what part of the insect I was focusing on. Whoops. Okay. When I focus on the insect and then tapped like the background thing that it's on top of, that's when my camera flipped to use a different lens in the native app, and I saw this. So that's like part of the importance of using not the built-in. Okay, so testing that out. So now, there's like a little bit of flexibility, but not a lot of flexibility. I'm not really able to say how much. There's a little bit. Like, I'm able to go from, I'll take 2 pictures and show you. I don't know if I'll even be able to show you on here because of, okay. Go to photos. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, 1 second. Am I having trouble using this because the clip is on it? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, you can. I think you can see the difference. So here I focused on the belly. It's definitely in focus, I can tell you that, even though it doesn't look like it. And then I focused a little farther back, and the belly part right in the center there is not as in focus. So there's a little bit of wiggle room, but largely moving the camera. Okay. All right, so now let's open this one. This is, yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's very generic, which I think that's okay. So this is just like my favorite lens, which had a setup where there was the macro part, and then there was a wide angle part that screwed onto the macro lens. And so I basically never used the super wide angle part, but I had just a bunch of them left over from not using them, but using the macro part all the time. Okay, so now I'm gonna open it. So here's the little clippy thing, lens not attached yet. Here's the empty box. Here is the setup here. So this part out here makes it wide angle. And the back part is the macro part. Oh, I'm not as hopeful actually now because the macro part's a lot less thick than I thought it would be, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay. Hello, everybody. So this is the wide angle. I can actually hold it up to here. Hello. Oh, you can see the wide angle's working actually. That's funny. I'm gonna just glue it to my computer from now on. You guys can see me through the fisheye. That's really funny. It's kind of cool because I've always felt like this is kind of skinny. So, okay. Okay, so this is it. It is really small, thin, and skinny. This is the macro part, and I will put it on top of, well, first I'll put it on here. Hi guys. Here's my fingerprint. Pretty good. My screen got darker from that for some reason. Okay. Frank is saying I have a similar combo, but the pic can be super blurry around the edge and the focus depth is so shallow. How, out of curiosity, how wide is your lens? Because I've definitely found that there's some smaller kind of cheaper ones out there that have a lot of that warping and blurring around the edges, and then the ones that have a bit more glass and diameter seem to work better. I will measure this one. This one is about just about like a little slightly over perhaps 2.5 centimeters if I measure it like this. And this one that I already had is about it's also about 2.5 centimeters. And my favorite one, which I don't know where it is right now, but I think one of them will show up at some point soon. I haven't measured that, so we'll see. Okay, I'm putting this on. Whoa, it definitely like bends open really nicely. Also, looks like, okay. All right, taking a picture of our beetle friend. Oh yeah, I need to switch over to the other photo app. Hey, how's it going? Hasnain, how's it going? Oh darn. I like automatically open the native app all the time. Okay. This one, like seems to be the same, I guess. I think this one is the same or better so far. I think there's less blurring on the sides. Well, maybe on the top part there's less, but on the bottom part it's like the same. Let me zoom in a bit and see. But also, oh, if I put this, so I don't have this perfectly centered too. I'm going to center it completely. That's important. Very important. This one is definitely more, I like this. I like it so far. I did zoom in a bit with it, which I do with any macro camera that I have. Oh, apa kabar di Malaysia? Hari ini. Um, so once again, like you can't, like it's not gonna show up super well on here. Glass on glass on glass. But it looks good actually. I'm pretty happy with this. We can try it on a real bug too. Maybe one of our roaches. See if they want to cooperate and say hello. So one of our little Madagascar some cockroaches and semua baik, bagus sekali. Okay. I think I'm happy with this macro lens. I think it works pretty well. I'm happy. I will be using it. It was a good $10. Well, I recommend. Yes. Frank says, looks generally sensible from here after all the video compression. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I recommend this $10 lens. It's funny actually. It has 15 ratings. Oh, it actually, yeah, it says only 7 left right now. It's $10. Like, maybe I'm gonna go buy like 2 more because so I have backups. But yeah, I would totally recommend this one. And so I know that there's ones that are more expensive out there. Like I've heard friends, for example, Peter here has the Momentum lens, and I've heard good things about it. It's just that one is $130 for the lens, plus like $50 for the case, plus like $5 more for the phone mount, plus taxes and all of that. And it's a lot. It's a lot, and I can't recommend that to anybody. Like, it's an investment. And so it is important to me to identify ones like this. So I can be like, here you go. Like, yes. So I think this one passes the test. It passes the tests for me. And yeah. So let me just look at it one more time since I was like looking at it while looking at it through to you guys. Yeah. Okay, actually I do have one comment. All right, my one comment is that I I think it's good. I actually wouldn't even mind a little bit less magnification. This is, what magnification is this one? Let's see what it says. It says it's 12.5x magnification. It's a little on the high side, um, which is good in some cases. For some insects, it's good. But I actually wouldn't mind having a lens along with this one that's a little less, like maybe 10x or 8x would be um, a bit more because, uh, but maybe I don't need that with the iPhone native macro. Let's see. I'll check that out again for one moment while we are here to see how that compares with. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe it actually does complement well because I can get decently close. Like, I'll show you guys. Um, Here, we'll do a side-by-side comparison. Okay. Taking a picture of its head. Nice, lovely, lovely horns. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe it is good. Oh, I had zoomed in a little bit too on the other image. That's probably why I thought it was more zoomed than it really was. No, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this magnification. Final answer. Here are those photos that I just took. This is with this clip-on lens. Once again, a lot of looking at a screen and video compression going on here, so you can't see how I see it. And then, but you can get a sense of the magnification at least. Here's another photo with it on. Wait, where's the photo with it off? I don't even know. I'm lost now. I guess it's pretty decent. How close do you have to get to the subject? Yes, good question. Yeah, that's definitely a big consideration also, because sometimes with some lenses you have to get so close it's like not even practical anymore. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit. Okay. And I'll go back to the ProCam app. Let's get some more light over here. Okay. So it is, oops. Oh, here. We'll do a little more so you guys can see everything. So it's in focus now. Here, we'll do sideways. Actually, here, this way. We'll focus on speed. How about that? Now, let's try it with the iPhone itself. Oops. Wait, how do I go back to the screen where I can pick which? I still have a lot to learn with this camera because I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Okay. I had lost the spot where you pick which lens you're photographing with. Oops. Okay, so now the next one. All right, I'm kind of struggling to get this in focus right now. I'm going to try to use the native iPhone app in case there's something that I'm missing here with using the Pro one. Interesting. It's actually like very comparable. Okay, I'm having a little hard keeping steady. It's actually rather comparable. But I think one of the things that I'm struggling with the macro on the iPhone is I'm kind of able to push it even more and more. But one thing that I struggle, wow, interesting. All right, the thing that I struggle with though is like I feel like the consistency, or maybe I just need to practice with it. All right, that was actually really close. I'm gonna try with this one more time to see if I can do the same thing or more with the lens. Yeah, I think it's workable. I think it's comparable to like other times. Oops. The thing about having the larger phone is that I have to like shift my hand around sometimes because to reach different buttons. Okay. Um, let's see how those look. So here's a photo that I just took. And it's rather, I think it's pretty good. And then, all right, so, okay, so with the iPhone macro, I was able to get really, like, actually, it was rather impressive how close I was able to get and in focus. Um, I am impressed by it. The tricky thing here was that it does look smoothed over to a certain extent. So it's good for seeing features and things like that, but it does look a little bit over processed, like a little blurrier. I think some people have called it oil painty, but not like enough that a lot of people I think wouldn't care about the level that this is. It's actually rather good. One thing that I'm curious, but it's still like, let me go back to the picture with the, I don't know. I'll have to do some more testing, I think, off camera. But I think the thing I like about the macro clip is that I'm able to control what I'm doing more rather than have the iPhone software like make adjustments and things for me, if that makes sense. But I think at the same time I'd still do have need to practice with it. So I think that's my conclusion. But I like the macro clip. I do like it. And it fits the phone fine and everything like that. But once again, it's important to be able to control which camera the phone is using when I do that. Um, yeah, I did learn how to do the macro auto switching, and I've turned it off and on, and um, set that in the settings. But okay, all right. Now I'm gonna open the tripod selfie stick, which I know that a lot of people are like selfie stick in this day and age because selfie sticks and people taking pictures of themselves and doing it for the gram and like all those sorts of things. For wildlife, I love the selfie stick. Maybe I need to call it something else, like one, I do use it as a selfie stick when I do live broadcasting and things like that. But then I also use it all the time for getting close to wildlife and insects and things like that when either can't reach them because they're high up or far away in some way that I can't just hold my phone up to get a picture. But also sometimes I can reach insects a little more easily with iPhone tripod selfie stick, um, because uh, I'm not. It's not going to scare them as much as I will scare them if I try to get close. So I've definitely taken pictures with my phone with my tripod selfie stick, and it's really a wonderful tool. So, hello, Captain Rehab. How are you doing today? Okay. I also want to say that if I know that I'm sharing links to products on Amazon, and I definitely feel a little uncomfortable about that because of um, like capitalism. And also, I don't totally love that the company uses the name of a really wonderful forest in South America. But if you do happen to get something on there, please always use the smile.amazon.com so that at least a portion of what you get, what you purchase, Amazon will send to a charity at least. So just wanted to throw that out there because I don't love sharing things to buy on Amazon when possible. Amazon.com. And I love buy local when you can, buy from small businesses when you can. Please do all of that. Very good, Captain Rehab. Very good. All right. All right. I'm opening the box, which is an Amazon box. So I'm not going to show it on screen. All right. Losing all hopes of an Amazon sponsorship of the Bug Scope by talking this way, but that's okay. All right. Oh, I just did it by accident. Anyway, open it up. This is the biggest tripod selfie stick I've ordered yet. And I'll put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat here for anyone who's interested in what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, so the ones that I usually get are like maybe 20 inches tall or something like that, or 2 feet. Sorry, it's not in the metric system. I realize that. Whoa. A lot of things just fell out when I poured this out. All right. And one of my hopes with this too, actually, is that I might be able to use it to like have an overhead view when I'm working with bugs. Yeah. And then maybe use my, yeah. So here it is. It's actually a pretty serious selfie stick. Wait, I don't think it's even a selfie stick. Wait, it was advertised that way actually. It can be a selfie stick, but it's not your typical one. Because it's metal and actually more like a regular camera stand. Give the empty box to the cat. Yeah, it's a little, that one's well, she actually might like this one. Is she around? Mika! She might fit in this one. So I'll leave it out in case she likes it. She does love boxes, and if you want to see her in a really funny box situation, I made Mika an Instagram account, which I'll share. I'll just show it to you guys right now because why not? Because why not? It's Miki Murr, MIKIMRRR, and she loves the USPS priority sized boxes, and even one time just fell asleep in one and didn't care that it had fallen over. It was very cute. Yep. Mika don't care. But yeah, she loves glasses of water. She loves boxes. All right. So yeah, so this is it. David, hello. How are you? Yeah. I just started accumulating too much cat images and videos that I had to start that Instagram for her. Okay, I keep on putting this out as if it's gonna stay put. I need to use the table so I can lock it. All right, is it locked now? It's locked. Yay! And then there's this thing. I don't know what this is. Let's see what it is. It's something. I don't really know. Is it extra? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Okay, and then this is for the phone. This is the phone thing. So, take said phone. It fits my phone, which is great because that's actually one of the other problems that I had when I got this phone. Not only was I struggling with like getting used to the new camera, I also like it didn't fit my other tripod selfie stick, and so that was problematic. But this fits, which is awesome. And also I can use it on other devices because it screws in. So that is fantastic. Okay. Woo. Whoa, this is interesting the way that you can rotate. Wow, that's cool. You can rotate it. I like that. Oh, now I rotated it until it was loose, but you can rotate it like right like this. That's awesome. That's really good. Okay. And then, so what makes it selfieable? So here's the tripod, that's obvious. And then it extends, this is the tall one. It extends to 51 inches tall, which I don't know what that is. Sorry, in centimeters / meters, but it's, if I stand up next to it, let's see. Mika Beta Bug. There's Mikimer. If I stand up next to it, let's see. It goes up to my cheek. It goes up to my cheek. And I'm like 5'7". So it's, if we measure this much of me, I mean, it's 51 inches tall. That's what it says. How tall is that? From my cheek to the top of my head, that's like 5 inches. Anyway, yeah, this is awesome. This is like, so I can have this really tall stand. So if I'm outside doing an insect thing, I can then take the stand, and go like this, and do a tutorial video or something on how to pin a bug, or whatever it might be. Yay! Here is a cool beetle, everybody. Take a look. Today we are going to pin it. Yay! All right. Yeah, and it's definitely not like that light. It's 11 ounces, but it's made of metal with plastic knobby things. I still don't really know what this is for. Maybe it'll say in here. I don't know. It also comes with, where was it? I saw it somewhere here. Oh, here. It also came with that's funny, it has a button for iOS and a button for Android. It also came with a remote control thing, which is interesting. So I guess Bluetooth connected? I don't know. But it needs a battery. It has a battery. Is it working? Let's try. All right. Oh, I have to connect to it then. I don't know if it's necessary for me to do all of this right now, but okay. Anyway, it has this battery. I don't know how well it works. Haven't tested it out yet. Sorry, remote control for starting. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And then as for the selfie feature, let's try the selfie. Oh, interesting actually. So it's definitely not like a selfie first thing, because if I turn it to the selfie side, oh wait a second. Maybe I can turn it this way and then flip it around. I'm a little bit confused about how to use it as a, unless I have it this way and then turn it around like this. But then if I do that, then it's blocking the screen. I don't think it's a selfie stick first, I guess. Definitely a nice tripod, nice, really solid tripod. It was only $24, which is really awesome. So, hello? It's definitely a little weird as a selfie stick, but it can be used that way. Oh, okay. Here's the picture of how it's supposed to look versus how I made it look. So I don't have it set up quite the way that they have it shown here for a selfie stick. Maybe that's where this comes into play. Okay. I put it in the chat. I will put it in the chat again. It does have the word heavy duty in the name. So this is it. Oh, 62 inches tall. Wow. That's what it says here. Rotation plate. I don't even see this listed anywhere in here. Maybe I just got a bonus piece of hardware. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a little bit of a drawback in a way, but also maybe it's fine too, because I think if I'm ever using this, it's not necessarily going to be an on-the-go situation because of how heavy duty it is. Because it is pretty, it's like small, but it also, would take up considerable space in my bag. So for example, if this is my bag, I use this bag all the time for like carry on and stuff like that on the planes. Like next to my bag, this takes up the whole length of my bag. When it's collapsed, it takes up the whole length of my bag. So I'm not gonna take it just like everywhere that I go, probably, because it's a little on the large side. Okay, but the way to do the selfie function is I have to take this off. Oops. Take this off, put it in with this side facing, screwing in that way. Okay. I really like the way the rotate platform thing. It's kind of cool. Okay. So now, not rotating now though. Oh, because it's bumping into this. Is that a problem thing? Uh-oh. Maybe I need to turn it this way? I have to turn it this way. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Yeah, when I had it to face the other way, it was bumping into these. So I had to rotate it and lock it in so it faced me from this side where it wouldn't bump into anything. And so now this looks right. Okay, then my one complaint here is that I wish I could quickly just rotate it back and forth because I often need to change the angle if I'm holding this way. I guess my hand will change the angle in this case, but I have to, instead of just bending it like with some of my other selfie sticks I've used, I would have to unscrew this to adjust the angle, but it's not so bad. But yeah, so this is actually, now I can get to a beehive or a wasp nest that's like 3 feet off the ground. Actually, more than that. That's like 6, 7, 8 feet off the ground because I can reach up to it and get a closer look with the stick. That's pretty cool. I also feel like my phone is very snug in here, so that's good as well. Overall, I'm very excited about this product, so yay. Cool, and the price was great too. I could totally see this being advertised, this sort of thing being advertised for like a lot more under a more well-known brand name. So, yep. Yeah. So I could definitely try to get some bee or wasp close-ups from afar with this, but I still have to be careful because they could still feel threatened by it and then they just follow the stick to me. But that's one example of something I could potentially try with caution. Otherwise, if there's like, what else could there be that's far away? I don't know, like a beetle high up in the tree or a I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't sting me that I'd find out of reach. I'm on a bridge and there's something on a branch that I can't reach from the walkway, things like that. Okay, cool. What is that stuffed animal bug back behind you? Oh, this is a little fly friend. Oh, I never took the tag off of it, but I guess I didn't have to because it says remove all packaging before giving to a child, and it was given to me, so I'm allowed to keep the packaging on it. Oh, it has a name. I never actually read through this, but this was given to me by some kids that I babysat, and so it's a fun little fly friend that I like to have in the background here. It says on here, I am Farrell the fly, so it even came with a name. Please look after me. Oh, there aren't many times when you get funky bugs like this that have names and ask you to look after them. It's very soft too, and it has only 2 wings, which is anatomically correct for a fly, so that's awesome. I'm happy to see that, Pharaoh. Um, yeah. It looks like some of this is in German too. Is this German, Frank? Oops. Is that German? Is it backwards for you guys, or does it flip it? Anyway, so Jellycat, little Farrell the fly. Oh. Cool. German, nice. Yeah, I was wondering. The second part looked Italian. Looked Italian to me too. Yeah. Rimuovere le parti del imballo prima di dare il giocattolo al bambino. I know bambino is child in Italian. I'm half Italian, but I don't know Italian that well, or really at all. Cool. Yeah, so that's it for the unboxing video. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. And yeah, for anybody who's catching this on the replay, the links for these items that I just checked out is in the chat. And overall, I'm very happy with both of them. The prices were really great, and um, the lens wasn't like the best in the world, but it was very solid and will fit what I'm looking for. But I do have to do a little more testing to see actually how much more it gives me compared to the phone, which I want to do that during the daytime when I'm outside and have a little more time to like fiddle around and such. So I didn't know that, David. David's saying the Bambino is a nickname for Babe Ruth. Cool. Cool. Was he Italian? Was he Italian? Is that why? All right. Cheers, guys. Have a great night/evening. And I'm gonna give those little Madagascar roaches some more organic apple for them to feel and touch and eat with their palps. And yeah, happy bugs. Happy trails and bugs. Oh, okay, I see, David. Cool. All right, bye guys.